Your commander is a dead commander. Welcome to a zerok cast between Ok051323 in the blue with rovers versus Hedkeaf in the red with spiders on a map that I'm pretty sure we've not seen before. It's a good looking map. It looks a little bit like a Behearth like world machine map with like a very nice blue to yellow gradient. I like that. Gives a unique look to the map. And well, dart over here should be good enough against these little fleas. I mean, fleas are really weak on their own, especially 2 shots by a dart and one is dead. And well, let's just look at the map. Very flat, however with a couple of steep cliffs. So yes, it makes sense to go rovers. However, as soon as like you've got something here and you want to go here, spiders can just move like that. You've got to go all the way around. A lot longer. So both actually do make sense. Normally you would say like, well, flat map, it's a vehicle map, no questions asked. But, well, yeah, spiders can just retreat into the mountains. So also not bad for them. 2 metal per second metal extractors, pretty standard stuff, and no boosted extractors. Actually, this map looks quite a lot like the drained version of one of those water maps, which we've seen like quite a long time ago. I believe it was like one of my first matches with like King Lunchbox and someone else. Not completely sure. With like Shogun and all that. Looks a lot like that one in my opinion. But then the drained version. Could be wrong, of course. And over here, well, really nice rating with the Scorcher. However, yep, please actually take down the Scorcher. Not something you might expect, but since the Scorcher wasn't focusing on the fleas, it was not too bad. Over here, Dart is just sitting there. Very nice. And, well, Eco right now, not actually great for OK. So it's not OK. And look at that attrition though. You only took down 2 fleas, they already took down 2 Ravagers. Scorchers. So yeah, not something you might expect, since you were facing off against a lot of fleas. And that's another dart. 16% attrition. I know that like the percentage doesn't really mean a lot right now, but still 250 lost, and all of that was in the enemy base, so the reclaim is also for them. So, I mean, not great, but oh well. Eco now catching up for OK versus Hedkeaf, right? So, yeah, maybe you can do something. Fences over here are really nice against Redback, because Redback is a riot, and even for a riot, it's quite slow. I mean, spiders aren't particularly quick anyways. So, yeah. I mean, fences do have a very good time against Redback. However, Redback going up and going down, and all of a sudden they're gone. And your fences can't really do anything against them. And there goes. Goodbye, Redback. Never to be seen again by these fences. Over here, well, Mason being pushed away by a little flea. Oh well. Right. Attrition still horrible for OK. But their eco isn't bad. Yes, they do seem to be behind and they possibly float a little bit. As in like they don't actually have the energy upkeep. But it's not that bad. Of course, this was a match that like Hedkeaf is favored to win. By quite a lot, I believe. It was like 2-1. Maybe even like 70 to 30%. Not completely sure. And geothermal going up. I mean, of course that is eco. As in like energy eco. But it's also expensive. But I guess Hedkeaf does want to help you out by just destroying a couple of your metal extractors. I mean, you can't blame them for that. They just want to help out. And over here, well, 1 Redback gone. the other redback is actually not in range of the fences somehow. I guess because of the like slight hill, the slight incline. And well, redback in range, and all of a sudden it's quite good against those fences. Over here, recluse. Recluse, yeah, I mean, you would expect them to be quite good. I mean, they don't have homing missiles. Homing missiles tend to have like less damage compared to like the rockets from recluse or rogues or whatever. And of course, fences having stopped the fire does mean that they're quite easy to hit, even for those skirms, those recluse. Right, now Ravager coming out. And what do you want to do with those? I mean, you don't have that many. I mean, how much are you floating? Have you floated? Yeah, 500, almost 600. That is quite a lot. I mean, just look at that. Your attrition is like even. But don't forget, that's like with 500, 600 access, right? So like, do this plus 600. And all of a sudden, ooh, that's not great. Then you're on like 80%, 75% attrition. And it's not as if you're going to catch up easily by just taking down the commander here, because that commander is quite well defended, and you don't have that much in terms of like scorchers or ravagers to take down that. Yeah, I mean, army value, not exactly great, and look, this is not defended, so a flea can just sit here for a while and take down your geothermal. Not great, and here as well. Yeah, flea just sitting there and taking down your metal extractor. That hurts. Also something you can't easily do. Wind generators up high. This is a 0.6 to 2.5 eco wind generator. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, you're not okay. I don't think so, at least. I mean, maybe you're able to catch up in attrition enough to like make it work. But honestly, hermits soak a lot of damage from those fences. So yeah. And they're also able to dodge the Ravager shots at least a little bit. And they can just go over the hills. Yep. I do think you're in trouble. Of course, like taking more eco, like in the back here, of course, could possibly help you still. Getting this one back, maybe you're like even creating a pylon to just like overdrive these two maxes with your geothermal. Could help out. Because look, the geothermal isn't actually boosting anything right now, and yet you've got like, well, only spending like 1 or 1.5 on overdrive, which like isn't that much. Now you're going for 18, right? That's better. So, recluse, just sitting on the mountain, shooting down on you, and you can't do a lot against them. Fences now, you've got a good mass of them. That's 15. 15 fences actually does good damage. And, well, yeah, you've got hermits, but you've only got 4. So you will be able to soak some damage, but not that long. Over here, geothermal now going up for Hedkeaf. And you did actually take the metal extractors in the back. However, this one should have been yours to begin with, and now you have to fight for it. And it's also like a good choke point for the Stinger, for instance. I mean, Stinger, look at that. Yeah, you can go around technically, but it's not that easy. And oh no, Widow. Widow is the ultimate counter, well, one of the ultimate counters to your little commander. Sad that you didn't find it. But it's too bad. I mean, oh no, you're in the range of the Stinger and all that. Your commander is a dead commander. There. Yes, you do have Ravager, and oh, Stinger actually does go down. And the commander, well, as long as you're able to just stay here with your Ravagers for another 18 seconds, it's a long time, you should be able to save your commander. But it is only on like 600, 700 HP. So it's not exactly in great shape. And the recluse shooting down on your fences, that hurts. I mean, you've already lost like 5, 6, 7 without dealing any damage back. Commander will try to heal up with Caretaker and then try like creating eco and possibly reclaiming. I mean, if you're able to do that, you will catch up in eco, And although yes, your attrition is like 80%, which sounds bad, it's only like 1300 metal. It's not that bad, right? But crab over there, a very good unit. Heavy riot skirmisher spider curls into armored form when stationary. How is it not actually classed as artillery? It's used, well, almost exclusively as artillery. Not as a riot, not as a skirm, but I do understand why it's called that. I mean, it has great AoE. And yeah, that of course also like gives them a bit of a riot role. Because raiders have a difficult time taking it down. Just because, well, if you're close to the crab, you get shot anyways. And with that AoE, you get a good number of kills. Boom. And boom. Almost got one Scorcher down. And now just shooting on this side, more as an artillery piece, as I expected. Right, Lance does good damage, but what are you going to kill with it? I mean, this position was taken by just one recluse, and it's now moving on to the next position. It still seems like Hedkeaf's game to lose. They're currently building pylons just to get all of that overdrive from the geothermal, for instance. And they've got another crab out, which is coming in soon. I mean, maybe you're able to raid something, but no, not really. I mean, this would be like prime raiding potential. But here, oh no, another Widow. And, well, Widow just as a scout right now, which is not bad. But, yeah, could stun the commander for 30 seconds. And, oh no, geothermal going down to the crab. Right. Crab, are you going for the commander next? Doesn't look like it. And hey, you did find the max to raid. But sitting at like a long range, so no DPS from your Scorcher. Heat Ray of course benefiting from like short distance. But oh well, I mean, you do now have like double lance. But as soon as the lance goes through here, it's still in heavy danger. I mean, just a couple of units on the other side of the mountain and they're dead. Geothermal going into advanced geothermal. Right, with units coming in, it should stay up. As in, like, it should be able to morph. Because, well, yeah, Stinger should be able to hold off the fences for a while. And, of course, solar panels as well. Just because, armored up, they can soak quite a good number of shots. Now, Redback and Recluse moving in, and of course the crab as well. And Hedkeaf wins. GG. So, well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left, but that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.